Hey everybody, is it time again? Time for Darrell's Monday Market Report. Before we get into the numbers, I know I keep hounding about this, but we've got massive inflation out there. Interest rates are rising. Mortgage rates are at the highest point they have been in about 9 weeks. I got information from a lender today. Come April 1st, what's called FHFA is adding on some extra pricing to second homes and investment properties. So what's that mean? The rates on those are going to go up more. Expect rates for you as a buyer are going to go up more. Beware of that. Talk to your lender. Sellers, what does this mean to you? As interest rates rise, people are going to be able to buy less. So that's going to put pressure on pricing, so you may not be getting as many over list price offers because people will be able to buy less. I'm already kind of seeing that in the market. All my listings, except one, I think this year have sold over list price. The rest, the ones back in December, they were above, just not as much as I had seen earlier in the summer. So keep that in mind. And just so you know, based on input I got from one of my customers, I'm going to be doing what I call Darrell's maintenance minute. I'm going to try and do that every week. Be a different video, won't be during the market report. I also want to talk about if you're building a new home. I'm going to use a real world example. I've ordered new windows for my home. I think it was back in December. They told me it'd be 20 weeks before I got those. So keep that in mind when you're looking at buying a new home. If you're in a rental property and they tell you it's going to be 6 months, you might prepare for 9 or more. So if you're thinking new construction, also look out. That contract price you sign may not be what the end price is going to be. Make sure you have an agent involved and get that all in writing up front. So this week in all of Collin County, from homes new to the market to homes sold, have 561 across the whole county. That's up 61 from last week. Numbers are a little down, of course, because we're in the winter months. And that's just normal, but the amount of buyers out is incredible. I have buyers I'm working with that putting offer after offer out. It's tough out there if you're a buyer. Just keep that in mind. Be prepared to put your best foot forward, make your best offer. Be prepared to possibly pay for title insurance, survey, short option period. Also maybe a waiver on appraisal, at least partial. Anyway, let's get into the bare bones of the numbers. So there are 125 new properties to the market this week or at a price change in Collin County. Had 143 that went under contract, 120 that went pending, and 173 that sold. So you can see the numbers that are sold versus those coming onto the market and going under contract far exceed the new inventory. So we have a deficit of inventory. It's keeping prices high. It's competitive out there. So sellers, you may be surprised at what you're going to get. I've definitely been surprised by what I've seen homes sell for that I've had on the market. So you'll be amazed. Don't know how much longer this multiple over list price offers is going to last. So just keep that in mind if you're thinking of selling sooner rather than later. Just be prepared that you're going to have to go somewhere and be prepared to pay more for that as well. So this week in Allen, 7 new properties hit the market at a price change, and look at these numbers. Under contract, 18, pending 18, and sold 18. So that wipes out any new inventory, 0 gain in Allen this week. Lucas, 2 new properties hit the market at a price change. We had 2 that went under contract, 1 that went pending, and 1 that sold. So even though it's smaller, more expensive, inventory moves at a rapid pace everywhere in Collin County. Parka this week had 1 new property that hit the market or had a price change, 3 that went under contract, nothing went pending, and 3 that sold. Fairview didn't have anything new hit the market, so if you're thinking selling Fairview, might be a good week to do so. Had one that went under contract, nothing went pending, and 2 that sold. Plano, we're to the point where I talk about the 3 big cities in our county every week. So once again, Mckinney's number 1 at 108 properties in various stages being new to the market or having been sold. Number 2 again, Plano at 91. Frisco came in number 3 again at 76. So Plano, we had 14 new properties hit the market or at a price change this week. Had 23 that went under contract, 22 that went pending, 32 that sold. Mckinney, look at these numbers. 24 properties hit the market or had a price change, 25 went under contract, so that makes it zero-sum game there. 31 pending, 28 that sold. So you can see, as things hit, they move through the pipeline very quickly. I'm still seeing homes go under contract in a day or 2. I'm seeing that with buyers I'm working with. So buyers keep that in mind. Sellers keep that in mind. You're probably going to want to lease back if you're buying a house in state, maybe even out of state, depending on where you're going. I did post what I call the U-Haul index. The number 1 places that in the country where the U-Hauls are being taken to, Texas is number 1. So that just tells you that 365 people a day moving here continues. That's going to keep demand up. For a landlord, plenty of tenants coming, so no shortage of tenants for landlords. If you're thinking of investing, probably a great time to do so, especially before rates begin to rise rapidly. This week in Frisco, 26 new properties hit the market or at a price change. We had 17 that went under contract, 11 that went pending, and 22 that sold. Melisa, we had 3 new properties hit the market or at a price change this week. Had 5 go under contract, 10 that went pending, and 8 that sold. Princeton, fast-growing area, smaller market. 11 new properties hit the market or had a price change. We do have a lot of new construction out there, so the numbers in the smaller areas are kind of bumped up by that. Princeton, we had 4 that went under contract, 6 that went pending, and 6 that sold. In Wylie, 5 new properties hit the market at a price change. Look at this, 17 went under contract, 8 went pending, 17 that sold. There's, I believe it's Sagewood or Wooded Creek, that's one of the hottest subdivisions I've seen out there. Every property I've put on the market out there is gone. Over list price, 24 to 48 hours. It's just a crazy, crazy market there. This week in Lavon, 3 new properties at the market, or we had a price change. We had 1 go under contract, 2 that went pending, 1 that sold. Anna, again, a lot of new construction, so when I see a bunch of new properties hit the market, that's most likely it. 13 hit the market or had a price change this week there. We had 7 go under contract, 7 that went pending, and 8 that sold. So things are moving very well in Anna as well. Farmersville, again, one of our smaller markets, but lots of new construction. 8 new properties hit the market, had a price change this week. We had 1 that went under contract, nothing went pending, and 2 that sold. Van Alstyne this week, we had 4 new properties hit the market, had a price change. We had 4 that went under contract, 9 that went pending, and 2 that sold. Hope you're having a great week. I'm ready for winter to be over already. I don't like the cold, but I hope you guys have a great week. I'll see you next week. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. My information is at the end of this video. See you next time. Bye-bye.